Welcome everyone, today we have a new leveling guide for Diablo Season 1. As you guys can see behind me, we have a lot of friends who has reached level 80, level 90 and also level 100. You can see over here, a lot of my friends are getting really high level 99, level 87. So currently I'm sitting on level 83, but I have pretty much summarized all the best leveling method from level 1 to level 100. So over here, if we come over to my notes, I have broken down this into several videos. If you haven't seen the previous two videos, make sure you use the links below to have a look at that one. So from level 1 to level 40, level 40 to level 60, and over here, we'll have a look what do we do after level 60. Now, some early parts of this video may be a little overlapping to the previous video, because I still want to mention some of the method for World 4 difficulty. Now here, I'm assuming you guys have gotten to World 4 difficulty. And once you get over there, start with the Tree of Whispers to get some bonus experience and also to get some more sigils. You can also be crafting and also hunting down for sigils that is on the top rank. What we're using is Rax's Excel for the tier list of the Nightmare Dungeons. You can see the solo experience and also for the group experience. I recommend going for the S tier or maybe the A tier, and those of the Nightmare Dungeons that is available are really good. So coming over to a quick replay, you can see here I'm currently level 78, I'm playing with party members around a level 80 and level 70, we're farming Sarta's Cave. This is a tier 41 dungeon and the monster level is level 95. The monster levels are 10 level ahead of me usually, and this provides me with tons of bonus experience. So the first thing we want to notice is, once you have a decent build, you can be clearing monsters that's 10 level above you. And the bonus experience previously was 25%, this has been reduced down to 15%. Now during this time, I also recommend to come over to the seasonal pass and max out the bonus experience from the bonus experience of the seasonal pass. You can get 8% additional, and if you're using elixirs, I recommend getting at least 30% of the elixir's duration. This takes the 30-minute elixir to about 40 minutes, which is not bad for the bonus 5% experience. Now, one of the highlights of farming the Nightmare Dungeons in the World Difficulty 4 is to prioritize on the safer and also faster clears, and this allows us to get bonus loot from the end Nightmare Dungeons and also bonus experience for clearing Nightmare Dungeon. Over here, you can see that farming some of the Nightmare Dungeons, I was able to get my Tree of Whispers and also get 180,000 bonus experience. This is quite important because for dungeons like Sarta's Lair, we can clear this dungeon in about 2 to 3 minutes, and this means the end game completion experience is really good. Now a small mention over here, if you guys are below level 65, you can still run Legion events, those are really good for experience. But once you get to level 70 or level 75, you no longer get bonus experience as the monsters are capped at level 75. So it is ideal to run Legions early to get some currencies to be gambling for some years. After that, after level 70, you should really focus on the Nightmare Dungeons. Now for me personally, I'm going with Udia's Cave if I'm playing solo, or I'm playing Sarta's Lair if I'm playing with a group. And this is actually really good. Now just a reminder, if you guys haven't done the sigils to reset method which shares one map indefinitely, so notice over here I'm currently sitting on one of the maps. And what this allows me to do is, this allows me to have a Sarta's Lair open, and this allows my group to farm once they're ready. So I'm currently making a guide for you guys, right? So how does this work? Usually when I wake up, I ask around for my friends, do you have a good map? If they do, it's very easy to share this map with me, or if I share the map with other players. Simply joining the party of the player with the map available that is opened, and then you get promoted as a leader. Then you can provide the leader back to them. Once you have been promoted as a leader, and once you leave the party, you will be able to have your copy of a map. And then once you're in a party, make sure you promote another person as a leader, and then promote yourself back. This allows you to keep the map after completing it. So we have talked about this in the previous videos. It's quite important to use this method, because this allows you to keep one of your dungeons and keep farming this. Now over here, we're going to go into a bit of more details in farming Sarta's Lair. This is very similar to the blind burrows, so you want to be splitting up with your farming. So here I'll give you guys a brief example. You can see I'm splitting up with my Necromancer friend, while my Barbarian friend and also the Druid friend are going into different lanes. This allows us to clear the dungeon more quickly, and also to get most of the events, and also to get most of the loot. Now it is optional guys that we skip some of the events in the dungeon, even some of the Malignant Heart that is not the worthful Black Heart, because the worthful ones are the most rare ones. Now it is also good that we get some poison resist or getting the bonus damage against spiders. Finally guys, if you get a special dungeon that provides you with an FX that summons a red gate around you for more monsters, it's also really good for experience and also bonus loots. So over here you can see the red gate over here that is summoning monsters towards us. This provides us with more monsters of a different type and also a little bit more experience. So this is actually really nice if you can find FX of a dungeon like this, because this provides you with constantly non-stop monsters and you do get a little more monsters to kill as you go through the dungeon. Now as a reminder guys, if you're doing the dungeon reset method, you have to swap the leaders before completing the dungeon. It's very important. After a few hours we usually forget, and that's how we lose the dungeon because of this. Now finally, as a small tip on the side, for time efficient speed farming, because you're getting a lot of loot in each of the runs, what I recommend is don't go back to town right after one run. Go back to town after maybe 3 to 4 runs to sell your items and also to salvage items. Now one of the ways I have started to do is I have to start to only pick up ancient items. Now I know guys, we're getting less items for selling and less items for salvage. But the loss of items is actually translated into bonus experience because we farm the dungeons non-stop. We can do this for 3 or 4 runs, and this gives us so much more time to be farming for monsters instead of spending time in the town filtering for items. And I do believe this is one of the better ways to do in the endgame, because you can get a bag full of junk items and you start selling, start filtering them, and this takes you a lot of time, and this actually tires you down. You can see that even if I haven't been selling a lot of items, I still farm over 40 million gold. So this is quite important, and if you use this method, you can be farming your dungeons so much more faster. Now in case you guys are wondering where I get a lot of gold from, I recommend going for at least 3 points into additional gold when you're selling items. The last point is about 2% more, it was so I went with 2 points over here. And also don't forget guys, you can right click to respec. Each time you respec, you will cost more gold. The first time is 100, now it's 300 for me by respecting. And finally, as a small summary, you do want to be doing nightmare dungeons in World Difficulty 4, and you want to pick any of the top tier dungeons that is S tier or maybe A tier. And after that, start with a group to be splitting. And after that, find a group to be resetting those dungeons. And if you can split farm, that is really good for experience. Try to make a max, and of course guys, remember to rest, to stretch, and also to stay hydrated as you play Diablo 4. Now if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, non-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4.